My own sister watched me bleed in the snow and checked her watch. I was trapped in the wreck of my car, metal crushing my legs, struggling to breathe. Through the cracked windshield, I saw Bonnie standing by the guardrail. She didn't call for help, didn't scream, didn't move. She just watched, waiting for me to stop. The betrayal hurt more than the pain. She hadn't just cut my brakes. She stayed to make sure it worked. A steady beeping dragged me back. I opened my eyes to harsh hospital lights. My head throbbed. A nurse stood beside me, adjusting my IV. When she saw I was awake, she didn't look relieved. She looked scared. She glanced at the door, then leaned closer and whispered. My sister had been visiting every day, but not to sit with me, not to pray. She'd been cornering doctors, asking when they could declare me brain dead, so she could take control of everything. The room spun. She wasn't waiting for me to wake up. She was waiting to take my life on paper. My name is Hannah. I'm 29. I manage logistics for a global shipping company. I know what a hostile takeover looks like. This was one. Bonnie didn't just want my money. She wanted me gone. I looked down at the scar on my arm, and suddenly I was 10 again. Smoke. Fire. Bonnie holding matches, smiling. When our parents came running, she pointed at me. Hannah did it. I took the blame. Like always. She was the golden child. I was the shield. But our parents were gone now. And I wasn't that scared little girl anymore. Bonnie thought she could destroy me one last time. She was wrong. This time, I wouldn't stop the fire. I'd let it burn her. I didn't confront her. I disappeared. I had the hospital list me as a Jane Doe. To Bonnie, I was already dead. Then I made 2 calls. Paul, our family lawyer. Ryan, a private investigator. Ryan worked fast. Bonnie was drowning in debt. $185,000 owed to loan sharks. Deadline, less than 48 hours. This wasn't jealousy. This was a hit. Photos confirmed it. The brake line wasn't damaged. It was cut. Clean. Deliberate. Bonnie needed money. And the only thing standing in her way was me being alive. So I gave her what she wanted. A tragedy. Paul set the trap. He called her in, sounding serious. She showed up fast, nervous, desperate. I watched everything through a hidden camera. He placed 2 stacks of papers in front of her. Stack A. Homicide investigation. Insurance frozen for years. Her face went pale. She didn't have years. Then Stack B. A loophole. If my crash was self-inflicted, if I was unstable, the case would close fast. Money in 24 hours. Bonnie didn't hesitate. Not for a second. She smiled and lied. Said I was depressed. Said I wanted to die. Then she signed. Just like that. She framed me to save herself. She thought she'd won. She had no idea she'd just confessed. The door opened. She turned and saw me. Alive. All the color drained from her face. I stepped into the room, holding the recorder with every word she said. The silence was heavy. Then it snapped. Not into guilt, but rage. You set me up, she screamed. She lunged at me, furious, blaming me, saying it was my fault she cut the brakes, that I forced her into it. That's how she saw it. Like I owed her my life. The door burst open. Police rushed in. Within seconds, it was over. Attempted murder. Fraud. Perjury. The handcuffs clicked. And, for the first time, I didn't feel afraid. I watched the officers drag her out and felt nothing. For 20 years, I had tried to fix her, protect her, cover for her. I took every hit like a shield. But looking at her now, screaming, fighting, full of hate, I didn't see my sister. I saw something that had been poisoning my life finally removed. There was no victory, just relief. When the door closed, the silence wasn't empty. It was peaceful. 6 hours later, Bonnie made bail. She had no money, so she traded everything, her car, her jewelry, just to get out. She walked free with nothing left, except the need to destroy me. She didn't run. She came straight to my house. I sat in Ryan's car 3 houses away, watching through a thermal camera. The house looked dark, quiet, easy. That's what she thought. What she didn't know, I had already shut off the gas. There was nothing left to burn. We watched her break in. She carried a red can, pouring fuel across the furniture. She didn't hesitate, didn't stop. She wanted to erase everything. She lit a match. Threw it. Nothing. Another one. Still nothing. Now she was panicking. That was the signal. Floodlights exploded across the yard. Police rushed in. Within seconds, she was on the ground, kicking, screaming, cuffed. This time, there was no getting out. The next morning, I sold the house. Gave the keys to strangers who didn't know its history. Didn't look back. People ask if I regret it. If I feel guilty. If I lose sleep knowing my sister is in a cell. I sleep better than I have in 20 years. At sentencing, the courtroom was silent. The judge didn't show pity. Only disgust. 15 years. No parole for 12. Restitution she could never pay. Everything she tried to take from me came back to bury her. 6 months later, I got a letter. Her handwriting. Familiar. Manipulative. I didn't open it. Didn't need to. I already knew what it said. Blame. Excuses. Hooks to pull me back in. I threw it away. Just like that. No drama. No emotion. Just trash. That's when I knew I was finally free. Hate keeps people tied together. Indifference cuts the rope. I'm not telling you this for revenge. I'm telling you because I learned something the hard way. Some people don't want love. They want control. And if you keep giving, they will take everything. So remember this. Blood doesn't equal loyalty. Family is earned. Silence is power. Stop feeding the chaos. Healing isn't forgiveness. It's walking away. I didn't save her. I saved myself. Look at your life. Who's draining you? Who are you hurting yourself to protect? Because if you don't walk away, one day, they won't hesitate to destroy you.